The wooden shelves creak under our weight as we walk. Rows of toys, each one proportionate to our size, are lined up neatly beside us. Xavier and I decide to split up to find the treasure, but as time passes, our efforts don't yield any results, let alone progress. Unsure of what to do, I stare at the toys. Xavier calls out to me.
Is this the magic sewing kit?
Where?
Shh.
Xavier's hand covers my mouth as he looks at the table in front of us. A gray-haired old lady has her head on the table. Her right hand holds a worn plushie. Near her left hand is a small, golden sewing kit.
I think we found it.
Xavier climbs onto the edge of the table. He picks up the sewing kit before handing it to me. That's it? It's different from the scene I had envisioned, where heroes find the treasure while surrounded by a cheering crowd. Standing under this dim lighting, we calmly taste our victory. It leaves me dazed for a moment. And then Xavier realizes something.
What time is it?
Both of us turn around and see the sky outside is getting brighter. Xavier checks the pocket watch. There's only an hour left until it's 6 o'clock. Without wasting a second, he takes my wrist and sprints to the exit.
The game hasn't ended yet.
When we step out of this toy store, Mimi is still lying down, patiently waiting for us. Gentle sunlight pierces through the mist and creates a golden outline around its furry head. Xavier walks up to it and gives it a head pat.
As promised, I found you a playmate.
Out of nowhere, Xavier pulls out a small figurine of an orange tabby and places it on Mimi's nose. Since when did he get that? Mimi's eyes sparkle with excitement. It stares at the toy cat for a while before nuzzling its head. Picking up the toy with its mouth, Mimi tosses it on its back. Then Mimi lowers itself, waiting for us to get on.
Where are we going?
Home.
The stars in the sky gradually fade away and are replaced with a tender blue. Xavier and I once again find ourselves perched on Mimi's back as it navigates through traffic. We weave our way against the tide of city life.
Have you heard of the fairy tale where a princess needs to get in her carriage and return home before midnight? I feel like it's similar to our current situation.
I guess. But our cat carriage won't go back to being a pumpkin, and I don't have any glass slippers to lose.
Didn't you forget something?
What? The very next second, Xavier opens his palm, revealing a tiny hair clip adorned with a little magic hat.
Your magic hat is indeed one of a kind. I couldn't find a second one. So use this as a replacement.
When did you get it? I had no idea.
While I was looking for Mimi's toy, I happened to see it. I left some extra cash on the table. Since Mimi got a gift, you should get one too.
As Xavier talks, he moves closer to me.
Lean down.
I do as he says, feeling the gentle touch of his fingers as they weave through my hair, securing the hair clip in place.
done?
His gaze lingers on my face as if he's admiring something. I can't help but feel slightly embarrassed. Before I could ask if it looked good, he gives me his answer.
It's beautiful.
Mimi drops us off under the windowsill of our home, then turns around and leaves with the toy cat still on its back. With 30 minutes left until 6 a.m., we stare at the windowsill looming above us. We're confronted with another challenge. It's easy to go down, but difficult to get back up.
It's not impossible.
Xavier flexes his wrist, and I can tell he thought of something. The staff said we can't use our evols.
I guess it's impossible then.
Just as we stare at each other, confused, a familiar fluffy head peeks over the edge of the windowsill. Hey, plushy bunny, help us! The plush bunny nods at us before turning around to ask for some assistance. A few moments later, a strand of golden hair gracefully descends. It resembles a fragile vine.
I don't think using Her Highness's hair is a good idea.
Oh, right. My bad.
The toy princess tucks her hair behind her ear. Then, the toy elephant's trunk goes down and wraps itself around Xavier's arm.